Today I want to show you how I turned this into this. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lacrima and in this video I will give you some tips how to improve your old art on my latest redraw. So I took this illustration that I did 5 years ago and painted over it. That's a long time, but I still kind of like the overall vision and character. So the very first thing I did was doing some basic corrections on the face that really looked off to me. For small adjustments, the liquify tool is your best friend. Clip Studio Paint and Photoshop both have it, for example. It only takes a few minutes depending on the amount of details. As you can see, the nose didn't have a well-defined shape and the eyebrows looked very stiff. Changing the angle really helped. Also, the rendering is really smeary because I almost painted with the basic soft round brush. You might want to use optimized brushes as they blend way better. A combination of hard and soft edges will also look more realistic for sure. However, my priority was to correct the lighting to get a more dramatic look. The next and most important step is to figure out where the light came from. In my case, it was pretty obvious as it was coming from the character's hand. The lasso tool is a good helper for quickly marking sharp edges for shadows, for example. Some places can be smudged afterwards to make the transition softer. This depends on the nature of the surface and how strong or weak the shadow is at this point. Again, note that different gradations of brightness can create a sense of depth. I used the 3D light reference tool by William Nguyen on ArtStation, which I highly recommend. Please correct me if I mispronounced the name. You can use the male or female head model to move the light source to suit your needs. If you save it as an image, it will be easier to use it as a reference. The 3D head reference does not show the light and shadow behavior of the body, but it helps to guess for yourself. Depending on your artwork, full body models may be a better option for you if more of the character was seen. There's so much to say about shadowing and ambient occlusion. I am by no means a professional in this field and have a lot to learn myself, so I will keep it short and simple. I will refer to the light reference tool and a few other sources in the video description. In my illustration, the palm is almost white due to the strong glow. You probably won't be able to see some edges of the thumb because it is closer to the light than the rest of the fingers. Light casts shadows, but the glow could also reflect through some parts of the skin. You can do this not only with shades but also with colors. When the sunlight hits your skin, you can probably see some shades of red covering your skin where light and shadow meet. The shadows themselves would reflect the color of the environment, which in my painting is blue. So as you can see, I tried to include both colors on the character. For the final touch, you can make the hair look more dynamic by creating curved lines and adding some texture strands and reflections. Textures can greatly improve the overall look and make the image look a bit more realistic. There are many free brushes for skin, textiles and other textures from professional artists to download. Paintable, for example, shows how to use them on the YouTube channel. Now it's time to challenge yourself. Try this with a previous piece of art of yours, maybe one you did years ago. Don't put pressure on yourself to correct every single detail, but instead focus on one main point. This way it's a much less stressful competition that will keep you motivated. Unless you really want to show off all the progress you've made. Perhaps there's something specific you have learned that you are proud of. Revising older work could be a good source for practice. Remember that you make the rules here and every little step is gold. I hope these tips were a little helpful and you feel encouraged or inspired. So let's pick up a pen and let the magic begin. Thanks for watching and have fun drawing!